Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm up to in this particular video. Is I just finished doing 2 overnight survival challenge videos. One just with my lighter and the other one with just a few items. No bedding, no nothing. So I hope you enjoyed those videos. This is an everyday kind of thing for me. Now I'm just ready for a nice meal, a good sleep, just relax and enjoy the occasion. The fire, got some briquettes here. I picked up some crab in town because I want a good dinner, steak, crab. I gathered a few sticks and timbers out of the bush, but I got 2 little issues that I have to deal with in this video. First of all, coming in here, I notice on the one side of my truck, it's metal on metal, so on the brake pads. Now I did bring tools, and I do have spare brake pads for this new truck of mine. Problem is, I forgot to bring the jack out of the other Ranger. So now, I gotta figure out how to change these pads without a jack out here in the bush. I guarantee you I'll figure it out. The other thing is I forgot my chainsaw as well. So, I mean, I can still gather deadfall. What I'm thinking to try to change these brake pads is I'll find a tree or something that I can put the winch. This is the good thing about a winch, folks. I think I can lift the whole front of this truck up to do the brake job. And then I think I can find trees so big, winch them between 2 more trees and break pieces off for decent firewood. Man, I'm already liking having this winch. I pulled 2 people out of the ditch already since I've had the truck. Now this gave me a great idea to lift the front of the truck up and do the brakes. And the truck weighs, I checked the door, 5,700 pounds. Okay, the winch is 9,500 pound pull. So theoretically, it should be able to lift the entire weight of the whole truck. And I just need to lift the front end to do the front brakes. First things first, I'm gonna get some coals here, briquettes going, boil some water, get my crab done, and then worry about the brake situation. Right on. Okay, well, since we're glamping, we'll use paper for the fire. I don't think you've seen that very often, but like I say, this is relaxation time. Just get it done, get my crab going, and just relax for a change. But this is kind of an everyday scenario for me when I'm not doing videos. I call it glamping. To me it is. When you're not doing videos, like who wants to just start every fire with tinder and bow drills? And I just want to eat crab, have a steak, have a bath, and just relax for a change. But I sure never expected all this snow. This is crazy for this time of year around here. Yeah, even the lake is frozen. Not that thick, probably. Now I can get in pretty easy, but very unusual. Try to get out further. That should be enough. Okay, even got a grill. I think I better put some more briquettes in there. I want this to boil fairly quickly. Can't wait for crab again. Haven't had any crab since the chef and the boys were down, so this will be really good. So I got my crab bag, not to be mistaken for a grab bag. Wonder what Finn would think of these. See? My Dungeness. You know what's neat with these is, I think I showed it once before, but if you look close, it's like a buffalo face here, down at the bottom. Looks like a buffalo. Okay, Finn, come look at this. Oh, there he goes. What is that? What is that? Careful now. Don't want him to get bit. What is that? What's he doing? There he goes, there he goes. Watch him, watch him. Where's he going? I'll make sure he doesn't get pinched. Oh, there goes Finn. He's had enough. Water's boiling now, so. You know, like, it's my opinion anyway. Like, this is how I always do crab, is just boil them without shelling them. I clean them after. Now, I know some people, they'll cut them in half and then boil them. But what I find is the flavor, because the meat is exposed to the boiling water, I find a lot of the flavor disappears when you do it that way. That's what I do, and that's what I find. Okay, so it's been about 17 minutes. I know they're done. I'm just going to dump this out in the snow over here. And I'm not going to bother videoing me cleaning them. I got to let them cool down for a while first. And so I got to go get some wood. I don't think I have time, and I certainly don't have the incentive right now to do the brakes on the truck. That'll probably be for tomorrow. Let's go get some wood. Okay, well, I think I found a tree over here that I can, well, I can definitely winch it out. And then I got to break it up and whatever with the winch, hopefully, and at least have a nice fire, nice sleep. Worry about fixing the truck tomorrow. I'm not into it, man. I got the truck pointed this way, and I see a tree. Looks good. Right over in there. Right there. Let's try to pull that guy out. I need a lot of cable, eh? And I have trouble in free spool pulling it because it's all kind of twisted wrong, the cable. Maybe not. Yeah. I love using this. Watch it pull the truck. It is pulling the truck. Not even kidding. The ground is so slippery, it's just pulling the truck, and it's not even that huge of a tree. But I better go and put the brakes on inside and go from there. I'll set the camera back up, put the brakes on, and run it from the inside. Okay, as you can see, it did finally break the tree, but we finally got it busted up. I will take it somewhere where I can put it between two smaller trees and break pieces of it. It's going well. I wanted to put it between those two trees over there, but it's pretty heavy. So, man, I wish I wouldn't have forgot my chainsaw as well as the jack. Ooh, it's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Ugh. Get it to the fire fins. Whew. I should get some smaller ones. I'm going to see if I can break that one in the background there and get a chunk that I can actually manhandle to put between two trees that are close together to break pieces. That other one was too heavy to lift. Okay, let's see what happens. If I can get like an 8-foot piece, then I can break it. That might do the job. Got a little bit of sword fern here, but yeah, I think I can manhandle that one. I think. Yeah. Okay, good. Now I just gotta take it to a good spot to keep breaking pieces. Now, how am I gonna do that? I'll see if I can get it on the truck bumper. I don't think it's too wide for the road, so we'll see. That might not be an easy procedure either. It's actually like about 14 feet long. Come on, if I can get it on the bumper. Balance, kinda. All right. Yeah. Actually, there's another one over here that I'd like to get to. I may as well take this one too. Well, I was trying to avoid stuff on my side here, like this stump over here, and I wasn't watching, and on the other side, the logs hit on that tree there and smashed my grill out. So yeah, now looks like I need a new grill. Well, it seems like I'm gonna have to break them, at least the long one, in half here, because it's too narrow to get to where my camp is. The other one is fine. I'll just break the big one in half and fix my grill another time. Hopefully it didn't puncture the rad, but it doesn't seem to be overheating. Oh yeah, just like new. Just popped right back in. Boy, chainsaws are sure handy. Come on. Lots of fun, eh, Finn? You having fun? I'm having fun. I'm going to stand back a bit. Like when the truck hits that big rock, I mean, it should work, but if the cable snaps, I don't want to be too close. hitting. I slid the log more to the middle, and I'll back up a couple feet, put the brakes on again like I did, see if it'll break there. The winch can do it, but the truck just slides and slides on this really wet snow. Unless I chained, which I don't have chains either, the truck to another tree, I just keep sliding. So I guess we're gonna just drag this one to camp and burn it in half. That's it. Well, I'm gonna try to break this smaller one. We all want to see something break, don't we? Other than my grill. So, we'll try to break this one. If the truck wasn't sliding, it would break them. But, it's just sliding. That is unbelievable. I can't even break that little guy. What I need to break it in half is wider trees, because the trees are fairly close together and there's just too much strength on these trees. I need wider trees to break them in half. So that sure didn't work out, trying to break those logs. But if the truck wasn't sliding, it would have broke them. The winch has the power, but the truck just keeps sliding. So, but now we're just going to burn them in half. We'll fix their wagon. Right, Finn? That's what we'll do. I've already done more work today than I wanted. I wanted to relax. So I did up one crab. Whoa, that's going to be good. I'm running out of daylight. I'm going to cook a steak for Finn, steak for me, and call her a night. None of my logs have burnt all the way through yet, but I got a good spot right here for my steaks. Finn doesn't like his done too much, so I just usually cook it a little bit for Finn. He likes his medium rare. Oh, are you hungry? Oh, are you gonna sit? Yeah. Doesn't that look good? Yeah. That one's yours. That one's mine. Not ready yet, Finn. Gotta cook them a little bit first. Tomorrow we gotta do breaks, Finn. Isn't that fun? I call this glamping. Like, to me it's glamping, because I've got all this stuff, nice fire. You know, if I really wanted to relax after, like, say, the 2 back-to-back overnights, I really should have just stayed in a motel and gone to the keg for steak and lobster. I guess I wouldn't have had a video. The thing is, it's work. Like, those logs were kind of a pain to get out of the bush. Even with the winch, couldn't break them. We're trying to burn them. That's going to take a while too, but perfect spot to cook my steaks. I'm going to set my hammock up to the truck over here on another tree. I'm not going to bother videoing that. You've seen me set up hammocks 100 times, I'm sure. I'm running out of daylight again. We'll have something to eat. Tomorrow is brakes on the truck. And it's sticking. This little piece ready to fall off. I'm gonna catch it. Good catch. Hey Finn, your steak is done. It's cooled down. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, take it. Oh, piece of charcoal. Okay. Okay, go over there. Don't put it in the dirt. Go in the snow. Probably have that downed and he's almost done. That one's mine. Looking forward to this steak and crab, I'll tell you. It's going to be good. You don't like crab anyway, so we'll see how this is. Steak should be done really nice. Finn can take a little bit with the bone. Go sit, go sit, shake it off. Oh, good boys. There you go. Well, let's try the crab first. I can never get enough of this. Man, that's good. I want to make another seafood chowder like we did with the chef.
Look at this. That's a chowder, buddy. Chowder.
That was so good too. But just crab by itself with a bit of salt. Dynamite. Boy, when you got crab like that, don't even need steak. I could live on crab just about. Steak's done just right too. You know, just the ambience of the fire. Gentle. Good boy. Productive day. I'm gonna finish my dinner. Set up my hammock. We'll see you guys in the morning when we start to do the brakes on this truck. We'll see what can go wrong tomorrow. Right on. I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, and I got the fire going because it's not the most ideal weather to be working on the truck. I pulled up to a tree over there that I think will, well, I mean, I know the tree will lift it, but I mean, I think the cable's strong enough, the winch should be strong enough to lift the front. I'm having trouble getting motivated to do this project in this weather. It just never stops snowing. But I gotta do it or else I'm gonna end up needing to replace the rotors, which I don't wanna do. I mean, it's just starting to be metal on metal, but you can't leave them very long and then you're replacing other things. We'll give it a go. I got the fire I can warm up when I'm taking breaks, so I guess we'll go and see what happens when I try to lift the front of the truck. Okay, I'm gonna give this a test run here. And I think I'll winch it from inside the truck. I mean, in case the cable was to break. I don't think it would, but if it did, I wouldn't want the truck, at least I can put the brakes on because I want to pull it in neutral. And I don't want the truck ending up back in the lake. That'd be something, eh? Stranded out in the bush and your truck's in the lake and winch cable's broken. Mind you, I don't think that the lake is super deep to begin with, but you know, you'd be okay for a few feet. But I'm pretty close to the lake shore, like 6 feet, so if it did roll back, because I got it in neutral, I don't even want it in the lake, to be honest. Now let's see what happens here. Okay, I'll get in the truck, see if we can lift this thing up. I may as well do both brakes, because if the one's gone and it's metal on metal, the other one won't be far behind it, right? I'm gonna reroute my cable. Well, how do you like that, eh? I'm just showing you here. It's about a foot off the ground. And same on the other side. The entire front end is up. That worked just how I wanted it to. Got it in park, but look at this snowstorm, man. It never quits snowing around here. But you know what I have to do though? I gotta lower it down because I didn't loosen the wheel lugs. So I'm gonna have to put it down, loosen the wheel nuts. So I can get, and then for safety, I'll put something under it in case it was to come crashing down. I mean, I'll do this carefully. I'm not gonna have my head under there and all this garbage. I mean, seems to be plenty strong, but what if it decided to break and I got my head under there or something? People get killed working on vehicles every year too. Okay, that's what we'll do. Look at this. I can push the whole truck back and forth because the whole front's in the air. But I think I better put it in park. Okay. Like I say, I'm gonna have to let it down, loosen the wheel nuts, and away we go. Okay, so gotta loosen both these tires. Oh man, I'm pretty tight. I used to do all my own mechanics when I was younger, but now I'd almost rather just pay somebody, unless it's like brakes or something simple. But I used to rebuild my own motors and everything, but now with YouTube I've got another job. I don't have time to work on stuff really the same as I used to. But yeah, I'm just glad that we haven't had any issues lifting the truck up. But somebody sure believes in over-tightening wheel nuts. Kind of a nuisance where it is. Okay, well, that should be okay. Except this one. Disc brakes is so much easier than doing drum brakes. You don't have all the springs. 2 bolts, caliper comes off, put the new pads, you're done. Very simple. Another thing I didn't bring, well, you don't think you're going to need it, but I have like impact tools, battery operated 1/2 inch, 3/8 drive, make quick work of a project too. I didn't bring those either. So, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. bolt doesn't want to come off too easy. It's always the last bolt that gives you problems. But still, even though I trust this cable, you want to try to be careful. I mean, don't get your head under. For safety reasons, in case it fell, I'll put the tire right under the cross member of the transfer case. Then it can only fall so far. Looks like 9/16. No, it is bigger. It is 9, I guess. Nine. Not a lot of room between the cross member and the tire, so that's fairly safe. I should maybe push it a bit that way so I have less room for it to fall right on the tire. There's our setup. So this one, and that's it. Simple. Don't have to take the brake line off, nothing. Bit of WD never hurts, nothing. Let that sit for a couple of minutes. Few minutes. Weather kind of changed. I see blue sky, kind of quit snowing. A little better weather to do this project. So that's good. So I'm just doing this project for those who don't know. I know there's mechanics out there that watch the channel. Maybe some have never done disc brakes. The other thing I do need, which I have, is a C-clamp to compress the calipers, because the new pads are going to be thicker than the old ones. I'll show you on the one side, get the other side done, and relax for a change. Okay, you see, like it's the distance or thickness of my finger right now. You see it going in? Okay, so that went in 1/4 inch. Now I got to go to the other side again. So I know my calipers are fine. I'm going to compress them all the way. That one's in now. That one's all the way in. And actually the other one's going in now too without moving the clamp. Okay, so we're good to put the new pads. You know, I don't see a problem with these clips, so I'm just going to check, make sure I've got the right pads, first of all. Okay, the pads look right. This is the inside pad. But you see how much thicker they are? Like this one's gone. There's no pad left. So this is the inside one. We just slide it in again, the way it came out. Sometimes you got to play with them to get them in too, but you try to get it straight when you're putting it in is the key. Probably just tap it in. There it goes. Okay, get that one in. The pads are pretty similar, except that the metal piece on this one, like you can see, this is what goes to obviously the outside. You can only get them one way anyway, so it's not like you can mess it up and there. Okay, now we'll see if our caliper's going to fit. My one pad doesn't seem to want to be going in on the one spot at the bottom, so I'll just use my clamp. And okay, now I think, now it's tight. Now you see that this doesn't take that long. I always carry spare pads and stuff because you just never know when your brakes are going to go. And the thing is, you don't want to take the brake line off if you can avoid it. Now this should just slide in because I got them fully compressed. There it goes. Just got to get it past the sliders. And just check your sliders, make sure they work. I can see it is. Bolt this back up. You gotta play, and sometimes, I think it caught, maybe not. You just gotta move it a bit if it's not catching. That one caught. Bottom one. That one caught right away. These don't have to be super tight, these bolts, really. Good enough. Okay, we got new pads. Okay, I'll spare you putting the tire back on. We all know how to take a tire off. But that's how easy it is to do your brakes, disc brakes. That some of you might be interested. I know some of you. See, wheel moves. Perfect. Okay, I'll get this other side done. There's no point videoing that. You already saw me do the one side. The winch idea worked great. So right on.